Almost all of my floral and abstract motifs are drawn with water-based acrylic markers. In this video I want to compare two brands that I've been using lately. Hi, my name is Polina Osho. I'm an artist and a service pattern designer. If you like drawing videos and art tutorials, you are very welcome to subscribe to my channel. I've used Posca markers for about 3.5 years. I really love them. The best thing is that I can easily cover one color with another. But Posca can be pricey for some artists. I've been asked many times on Instagram if I can recommend another, more affordable brand. And now I can! This is Artistro, the water-based acrylic markers. Just like Posca, they can draw on any surface such as paper, wood, stone, metal, textile, and many others. A pack of 15 acrylic fine tip water-based markers Artistro cost about $20. A pack of 15 fine tip Posca markers on Amazon cost about $30. So Artistro markers are cheaper than Posca ones. You will find the links to the sets I've used in the description box. I want to share my honest opinion about all these markers. So I have to tell you that Artistro sent me the markers, but they didn't ask me for a review and didn't pay me for it. They just wanted me to try the markers. I'm really happy that Artistro offered me their markers, because otherwise I wouldn't have a chance to find them, and they really deserve the attention. I also have to warn you that I'm a fan of Posca markers. Posca's colors are very beautiful. These markers inspired me to fill my tiny sketchbooks with patterns. They allow me to bring the images from my head into life. So I am very grateful to them. Okay, let's compare Posca and Artistro acrylic water-based markers. Both brands have about 40-50 colors in their selection. I'm not counting metallic and glitter ones because I don't use them. This set of Artistro markers has 42 colors, including gold, silver, 2 whites and 2 blacks. I started to make swatches with Artistro first. I have only about 25 Posca colors. As I live in Latvia and we don't have a Posca office here, I buy sets of markers on Amazon. It's usually cheaper to buy a set than get them piece by piece. In the local art stores, I buy markers individually, but the selection is very poor. If you compare the color palettes, I will say that I like Posca's more. Some colors are a bit more saturated, but maybe I like it more just because I've been drawing with Posca for many years, and these colors became so familiar to me. Anyway, as you can see, Artistro colors are also very beautiful. I made these color swatches for you to decide which color palette you prefer. These swatches took me a lot of time. As I had to activate the new Artistro markers, I spent about half an hour making all these color swatches. I'll show this process to you at a very high speed if you don't mind. If you are new to paint markers, I have to explain to you that you need to activate them first. Shake it very well before use, so the paint inside the barrel becomes consistent. It's really very important. Otherwise, the paint will peel on the paper. I mean, it will lay unevenly. Please shake the markers with a closed cap to avoid drops of paint everywhere. Then activate markers by pressing them on paper several times. Push, but don't hold push for long. If you push for too long, the paint can run out of the barrel and make a pool. I've noticed that Artistro markers need to be shaken a bit longer to produce the even paint, but I'm not 100% sure, maybe it just felt this way. Some of Artistro markers also have a super light smell of the paint, but don't worry, it's not like the smell from oil-based markers, and it won't bother you at all. All of my Posca markers were already used, so I didn't have to activate them. I also use a few tips of bigger size for swatches, and I have fewer colors, so it took me less time to draw the swatches. Both brands have caps that can be easily placed on the other end of the barrel, which I find very convenient in use. Both brands have opaque colors. If some colors are a bit watery compared to others, shake it more. If it doesn't help, apply an extra layer, but wait until the first layer dries. Another reason can be that the paint in the marker is just ending. Sometimes it seems to me that some colors are a bit watery compared to others. I suppose it depends on the color pigment. In these cases, I apply an extra layer. I do the same when I see the bottom layer coming through. It can happen when I cover a dark color with a light one. I don't think it's a big problem, it just needs some extra time. There is one feature in the design that I love very much. Artistro markers have transparent barrels. You can see how much paint is left through the tube. Also, it's easy to check if the paint doesn't mix well, and you have to shake the marker more. I appreciate this transparency a lot. Both brands have my favorite extra fine bullet nylon tip. It provides a strong, confident line about 1 mm wide. I'll draw 2 small sketches with Artistro and Posca. I picked yellow for the backgrounds. As you can see, Posca's yellow is a bit more saturated. I use a medium point tip. It provides a 2-3 mm wide line. It's the widest tip that Artistro produced by the moment. The color is bright and opaque. For the Posca's piece, I started with a similar size tip, but then I switched to the wide 8 mm tip to finish the background much faster. I continue with orange and cyan colors. My dark blue Posca marker ended, so it's a good case to show you how to open a new Posca marker. It is covered with tiny plastic and it can be a challenge to take it off. The life hack is very simple. You can just twist it well. The plastic will easily break apart. Posca is activated the same way as all paint markers. Shake, push and paint. When you want to apply the second layer, it's very important to wait until the previous one dries. I don't know why, but when I shoot the videos, I start to hurry and often I apply the next layer too early, so the paint mixed. Don't repeat my mistakes, don't hurry. Now I will make the same sketch with Artistro markers. They work pretty much the same way. The difference that I found is that some colors change when they dry. I mean, when the paint is wet, it seems a bit lighter than when it's dry. This can confuse you a little when you add extra layers of paint or fix some details later. You should understand that I compare all these characteristics to Posca, as I have used them for many years. Maybe if your first paint markers are Artistro, you won't even notice these things. But after using Artistro, I definitely hope that one day Posca will make a clear tube so I can see the color inside. Also, you practically can't blend the colors, but it's a common issue for acrylic paint markers. I haven't even tried to blend them. I think they are not designed for this purpose. As you can see, the colors differ a bit. It's okay, I think that's a matter of option. Posca has more sizes of tips. The biggest Artistro tip is only 2-3 mm. Posca provides 7, 8 and even 17 mm tip, which by the way I don't have. I often use an 8 mm tip for quick covering backgrounds. In my opinion, the quality of the tips is very good in both brands. Okay, what else? Both of them dry pretty fast on paper. You can store markers in any position you want, just shake them well before use. So, I think I mentioned all the main pros and cons of these markers. All the links to the markers that I use are in the description below. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. Or if you know any other good alternative to Posca, please let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye!